A wild night out in Melbourne, more than a decade ago, is now threatening to unravel the career of one of the world's biggest pop stars. Katy Perry is currently the subject of a police investigation in Australia following bombshell allegations of assault by actress Ruby Rose. Perry's team is firing back, calling the claims dangerous, reckless lies. While a former manager of the club says he doesn't remember anything out of the ordinary, but Ruby Rose isn't backing down, pushing forward with an account of a night she says has haunted her for years. So, what really happened that night back in 2010? And could this be the scandal that destroys Katy Perry's meticulously crafted public image? Let's break down everything we know. It all kicked off on Sunday, April 13th of 2026. Under a social media post about Katy Perry's reaction to a Coachella performance, actress and model Ruby Rose dropped a comment that would ignite a firestorm. Her comment was blunt and stunning. Katy Perry sexually assaulted me at Spice Market nightclub, Melbourne. Who gives a crap what she thinks? The post was unexpected and immediately sent shockwaves across the internet. As you can imagine, the internet exploded. Rose then took to the platform threads to lay out her story in a series of graphic and detailed follow-up posts. She claimed the incident happened when she was in her early 20s. According to Rose, she was resting on a friend's lap, trying to avoid Perry. When the alleged assault took place, she wrote that Perry bent down, pulled her underwear to the side, and rubbed her disgusting vagina on my face until my eyes snapped open and I projectile vomited on her. Rose said this wasn't the first time she mentioned it, but that she had previously spun it as a funny little drunk story, because she didn't know how to process the trauma. She also made another explosive claim, that she stayed silent for years because Perry later helped her get a U.S. visa, which she says created a complicated dynamic of feeling grateful while also suppressing a deep trauma. In her post, Rose, now 40, said it has taken nearly 2 decades to find her voice and speak out, making it clear just how much this has impacted her. She's also claimed she had photos from the night on her hard drive and that multiple witnesses could back up her story. Katy Perry's team didn't waste a second. Their response was swift and brutal. Her representative sent a powerful statement to numerous media outlets, including the LA Times and TMZ, calling Rose's allegations not only categorically false, they are dangerous, reckless lies. This wasn't just a denial, it was a full-blown counterattack. Perry's team didn't stop there. The statement went on to attack Rose's credibility, saying, Mrs. Rose has a well-documented history of making serious public allegations on social media against various individuals, claims that have repeatedly been denied by those named. It was a clear strategy. Paint Rose not as a credible victim, but as someone with a pattern of making false claims, by calling the allegations dangerous and reckless. Perry's team highlighted the potential damage to her reputation from what they insist are fabrications. It's a defense strategy that Perry has touched on before. In a 2020 interview with The Guardian, years before this specific allegation, she spoke about living in a world where anyone can say anything and the difficulty of navigating a landscape where truth can be overwhelmed by headlines. Looking back, that comment feels pretty eerie now, as she finds herself in the middle of a legal battle that's basically one person's word against another. What started a shocking social media feud quickly escalated into a very serious legal situation. On April 15, 2026, Ruby Rose took the huge step of filing a formal police report in Melbourne, Australia. Soon after, Victoria police confirmed they were launching an investigation. In a statement, they announced that detectives from the Melbourne Sexual Offences and Child Abuse Investigation Team, or SOCIT, were investigating a historical sexual assault that occurred in Melbourne in 2010 at a licensed venue in the city's central business district. While the police didn't officially name either Perry or Rose, the details lined up perfectly with Rose's public claims. That one move changed everything. This wasn't just a PR battle fought through publicists anymore. It was now an active police investigation. After filing her report, Rose posted a final update to Threads, telling her followers that the police had asked her not to speak about the case publicly. She expressed a sense of relief, saying she could now begin the healing process. She also mentioned how difficult it was to name powerful individuals at the police station, highlighting the gravity of her decision. The investigation is currently active and ongoing, with no charges filed at this time. So, to really get what's going on, we have to go back in time. In August 15th of 2010, Katy Perry was on top of the world. Her album Teenage Dream was a monster hit, and she was in Melbourne for a promotional tour. Ruby Rose was a rising VJ for MTV Australia, and a well-known face on the city's social scene. According to reports from the time, the two had a wild night out. Their evening famously included crashing a Year 12 high school formal at the Grand Yacht Hotel before they continued partying at several nightclubs. One of their main stops was now the infamous Spice Market, a popular club in Melbourne. A former manager of the nightclub has since spoken about that night, calling it a security nightmare. Because of the frenzy Perry's appearance caused, video footage even shows Perry partying in the mosh pit. The manager confirmed both Perry and Rose were there and that heavy drinking was involved. But here's the key part. He stated that he never saw any incident like the one Rose now describes. In his memory, it was chaotic but uneventful in terms of misconduct. A memory that stands in stark contrast to the disturbing account that would surface 16 years later. With this new controversy making headlines, the media and the public are starting to re-examine past allegations made against Katy Perry. The most prominent one is a claim from 2019 by Josh Klaus, the model who co-starred Perry in her iconic Teenage Dream music video. Josh alleged that at a 2012 party, Perry engaged in what he called confusing, assaulting, and belittling misconduct. He claimed that as he turned to introduce a friend to her, Perry pulled down his sweatpants and underwear, exposing him to a group of people and leaving him feeling pathetic and embarrassed. At the time, others at the party, including the host, strongly denied his claim and defended Perry, accusing Josh of having an obsession with the singer. Now that Rose has filed a police report, Josh's story is resurfacing and getting a second look. And it's not the only past incident being brought up. A 2010 clip showing Perry touching actress Anna Kendrick's cleavage has also been recirculated. Through Kendrick herself never made an accusation of wrongdoing and joked about it at the time. While these situations are all different, having them all come up at once is painting a much more complex and scrutinized picture of Perry's past as her team fights the new and much more serious allegations from Rose. So where does that leave us? On one side you have Ruby Rose, who has now taken her claims to the legal system, saying she has photos and witnesses to back her up. On the other, you have Katy Perry, a global superstar who has categorically denied everything and painted her accuser as a liar with a history of making things up, a former club manager remembering nothing, while another accuser's story from years ago is being re-examined. Right now, Victoria police are in the middle of their investigation. The world is watching to see if this becomes a landmark case of the Me Too era, or, as Perry's team argues, a cautionary tale about false accusations in the social media age. A single night in a club 16 years ago now threatens to bring down a 2-decade career. But what do y'all think? It's a complex case with a 16-year gap between the alleged event and the official report. Who do we believe? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on this and other major celebrity stories, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more in-depth reports. And thank you all for watching.